squat will always be one of the most delicious and supportive asanas for the body. Over the next few days, I want to deep dive into this beautiful posture. If you have questions, keep them coming in so that I can tailor the practice to suit your specific needs. As we go through the next few days, there will be low mobility versions available. So please practice to your own natural limits. Respect the natural limits of the body. No force, no strain, no push, no pull. Just gathering information and working to gradually, gently increase our mobility. So to begin with, we are going to gather information about how the body feels. And to do this, I like to rock back from heel to toe and toe to heel as I move from side to side. I have my hands on the ground to support my body, and I'm interested in just shifting the weight. I'm feeling into my hips, noticing how they feel. I'm feeling into my ankles. You'll see that my hands aren't flat and my arms aren't locked. Bend the elbows, soft palms, a bit like an animal pawing the ground. As I do this, I can feel my habits. I can feel that the left hip is a little bit tighter than the right. And I can feel that the left ankle has a little bit less mobility. So, gathering information. Then when we come into the posture itself, find a point where the width in between the feet is comfortable. Not too far out, not too close together. Comfortable so that your knees can gently rest on the back of your arm there. Bring the weight forward into the hands. Doesn't matter if the heels are off the ground at this stage. And the first thing we're going to do is lift the weight out of the hips. And so to do this, gently tuck the tailbone underneath or roll the hip back as if you have a tail and you're kind of tucking it through your legs here. And you roll back, and as you do so, you lift up through the spine. You can see how it's lifting my whole body up. My heels are kind of lifting up too. Depending on your mobility, you can lift up through the spine with your hands supporting you, or you can lift up through the spine and lift your hands up. Doesn't really matter. It's not about the form. It's about the quality of the feeling. So as I tuck underneath and kind of climb the ladder of my spine, gently lifting up, I roll my shoulders back and ensure that my head and my shoulders are on top of my spine. I'm lifting the weight out of the hips, and then I'm going to divide at the waist here. And rather than just collapsing down, I'm going to keep the whole upper torso lifted up and away, and I'm going to send the lower half of the body down through the hips. It puts me down through the front of the ankle and down through the front of the hips. And you can see how it brings me gently into squat. So if you've practiced wide angle forward bend, if you've practiced this asana with me, It's a very similar practice. We rest the body weight forward. We lift the weight away from the hips by elongating through the spine. Shoulders roll back, chin drops down. I'm not splayed out, I'm contained. And then I send the lower half of the body down through the hips. And it brings me down through the front of the hips there. So it's the same thing in squat. Let's practice again. Pawing the ground. This just helps us to ease our way into the position. Find a comfortable resting position. Lift up through, tuck the tail under, lift up through the spine. Lift the upper body away. Again, I'm staying nice and contained into the spine. Weights lifted up. And now I drop everything below the waist down towards the ground without collapsing the upper body. And here I find myself in squat. And so I'm not like this. I'm not collapsed where all my weight's headed down towards the ground. I've divided at the waist. Upper body lifts up and away. Lower body grounds me down. And rather than tipping backwards, I like to be forwards because I feel like I have more mobility here than I do back here. So weight of the body rests forward, upper body lifts up, lower body sinks me down into the ground. So that would be the foundational layer of the practice. But tomorrow I'm going to share some beautiful rotations that you can add to the posture in order to begin to increase the mobility in the ankles and the hips. And I'm also going to run through a low mobility version of what we did today. So I'll see you tomorrow.